This is going to be one of the most important videos that I've released to date on my YouTube channel, and it's about 9 reasons why you lose money while trading meme coins. Obviously, you see me making money, my group's making money with meme coins, but a lot of people still lose money, and I would say that 99% of people lose money while trading meme coins. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to fix all of these mistakes, and honestly, I am guilty of making all of these mistakes at some point in my crypto trading career, and as a result, I've lost money, I've learned my lesson, I've gained knowledge, and from the knowledge that I've gained, I've actually made a lot of money. So hopefully you're gonna take something away out of this video. You're perhaps gonna be on your way to become part of the 1% of crypto traders in meme coins that make money. 99% of people are gonna lose money. 99% of people are gonna be emotional, and they're gonna just revenge trade, do it all again, lose money again, exit the market, re-enter again, lose money, and so on and so forth. So let's just get started, shall we? In no particular order, the number one is you can't manage risk. So if you see me trade all of these memes, sometimes I do multiple calls every single day because I like flipping meme coins. This is what we're trying to do in my group right now, especially because every call we're going to make 2, 3x's, take out initial, leave a moon bag, move on, etc. But the thing is that the majority of people don't know how to manage a risk. So for instance, I have in front of me Chill Guy. This was one of the hot metas in the last few days. We traded it, we traded the derivatives, we made some decent money out of these calls. However, obviously, if somebody goes all in when the chart is declining, and then you can see that within a span of 24 hours, the chart went to almost absolute zero, then this person is going to be completely wrecked by doing the wrong trade. And especially if people are starting out just very recently, they're not familiar with crypto, or they just don't have much bread to print, they're going to be completely wrecked. And this is why you need to learn how to manage risk and allocate funds appropriately. If you see me trade meme coins, they are just merely a fraction of a percent of my overall portfolio. I have a very large portfolio with all the safety net in place. I have Caspa, I have Sui, I have Solana, I have Ethereum. Those are 90% of my portfolio really. So meme coins are only a very small fraction. And the majority of meme coins, if we want to go deeper, they're going to be higher caps. They're going to be Ponke, they're going to be Brett, they're going to be Mumu even. But then the part of the budget that I do swing trades with, meme coin flipping, is going to be just a tiny fraction of my portfolio. In overall, like futures or spot trading, like more valuable assets, people recommend to never risk more than 1 to 2% of your overall portfolio. But I would say that if you're trading and flipping meme coins that are this small of a market cap, you should probably not even go over 0.1 to 0.2% of your portfolio per trade. But people are still going to put 50, 60% into some stuff like this that could go to zero in a matter of minutes. This is just crazy to me, and it's just a recipe for disaster. And I'm very conscious of this, especially because I talk so much about meme coins, but I want people to be aware of the risks. And even on this video, don't take anything I'm saying as financial advice. It's just me talking from my own experience to try to help you out, see it as educational content, entertainment. I don't care, but obviously don't come to me saying you invested in a meme and you got rugged, because that is solely your fault. And the problem that I have in this industry is that people lack accountability and they're always looking for someone to blame. But at the end of the day, we are only solely responsible for our own actions and nobody else is. And especially if you have a very small portfolio, start very small. I don't care if you're going to invest $10 worth of Solana or $10,000 of Solana into a meme coin. It doesn't matter. It's all relative to your budget, to how overall you are financially. Start very small, learn the mistakes along the way, and you're gonna actually get rich sooner than you think. Then the second point that I want to touch here is greed. Greed is what unfortunately wrecks investors. And I've seen so many people actually make very good money, like 8, 9, 10x, and then end up breaking even or even at a loss. Let's make the good example of this chart, just because I have it in front of me and there's no point like making 10,000 example. But listen, this chart here wicked at around 8 million. So let's say that you got an entry at around 800K, okay? Let's say that you enter right here at 800K. So from here until the very top, you pretty much made a 10x. Some people have this all or nothing mentality that if they're not going to make a 10 to 15x out of a project, they're going to have their investment go to zero. And that is, again, another recipe for disaster. So one of the things that I preach in my private group, and my VIP members know that I say this all the freaking time, is that I would take an initial investment out at 2 or 3x or something like that. Because if I don't do that, then perhaps the investment is going to go terrible and I'm going to lose money. But if I do this every single time, majority of these calls are going to do 2, 3x minimum. So it's just a win-win situation. And you can say, oh, Superbot, it's not true. Like, not all calls go 2x. Well, if you know what you're doing, if you buy low and sell high, it's just as simple as that. You are not going to fail all that often. It's just greed, the thing that wrecks people. So on this one, let's say that it goes to 1.6 million. You are 2x, goes from here to here, which people will be like, oh, you're cutting your profits so short. It doesn't matter. It's better to play it safe, accumulate a variety of small wins, rather than just looking for hopium and waiting that the big thing is going to happen to you, the big win is going to change your life. Your life is really going to be changed with Memecoins if you're able to manage risk appropriately. So at 2x, if it's something extremely, extremely risky and even small in market cap around the 1 million or so, I absolutely always take my initial investment at 2x, and that way I'm always going to win in the end. Then let's say that it goes to a 3 or 4x, you take 50% of your profit, okay? You take 50% here, and then every 50% increment or so, you start taking 10%, 10%, 10%. And after you're, maybe you arrive even at 10x, cool, you sell everything right here, okay? This is your signal to sell everything. And if you don't go 10x, or maybe the chart goes absolute shit, you are still in profit. So you keep doing this over and over again, and you make money. Honestly, it is not that hard. It blows my mind that people think, listen, you're never going to be broke out of taking profits, but you're going to get broke if you don't take profits. So lesson learned right there. And I would also consider setting up stop losses and take profit alerts. I do use BullX for saying this. I'm not sure we're going to talk about BullX in the next point. But what I can say is that lose little, win big. So let's say that I enter at, just to make like a very practical example, let's say that I enter at 1 million in market cap right here. Let's say that I enter at 1 million in market cap right here. I want to lose small and win big. So perhaps I put my stop loss at 20 to 30% down. So either at 700 or at 800K, meaning that if the project goes to 800K or 700K, my limit order is going to be fulfilled and I'm going to get out of that trade to cut my losses. But if I win big. So I'm not going to take profits until 70, 80% up or 2x and beyond. So by doing this, you're gonna, let's say that you have a 50% win rate on trades. The ones that you lose little. The ones that you win big. You end up winning a lot in the end. I hope this makes sense. It's not that hard of a concept to understand, but again, it's something else that I've seen very, very wrong. People think that they should have a stop loss the same level of a take profit. It just doesn't make any sense. And to the third point is actually about keeping track of your trades, but I'm also going to link it with this one because BullX is the trading bot that I'm using right now to accomplish all of these things. You get instant access with the link that I have down in the description or pretty much everywhere. It's a decentralized exchange and trading bot. I trade every single meme coin on there, and it allows me to get access to functions like limit orders, take profits, stop losses, and also keep track of my P&L. And so limit orders, you got it. Take profits, stop losses, you got it. And when it comes to also keeping track of your portfolio, this is my third point, you'll be surprised how many people I've really heard not even understand how much money they're making or losing. And if you use BullX, it's just simple as that. I'm just going to show you like a couple quick screenshots because I don't want to show you my old interface and portfolio there. But listen, you have this very super simple to use interface when you trade money on BullX. It's going to tell you how much money you've invested both in Solana and on USD. And you're going to see how much money you have sold and how much money it's remaining in your investment. You're going to also be able to see your P&L here and what percentage you can see here. So I'm at 2.7x right here in this trade. And that's just so damn easy, because just by using BullX, you're able to track your profits and losses without having to get a piece of paper or everything in your mind while trading with a Phantom wallet. Just this changes the game. You're also going to be able to see like direct lines on where your average entry is and so on and so forth. It's just super, super easy. So keep track of your trade. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see how much money you lose and how much money you make. And honestly, it just comes without saying, but people still don't do that. You'll be surprised. Now, the fourth point is going to be people not doing any sort of research whatsoever. And again, blows my mind, but even with so much money on the line and with a space that is just so reckless, that can make you rich or broke in just a snap of a finger in a matter of minutes, people still tend to not do any research. This is why you're going to be annoyed to hear us influencers say, do your own research, not financial advice. But people just randomly listen to random guys on the internet, even just listening to me. I'm not going to tell you to listen to me blindly. I'm human. I make mistakes. My wins far outweigh all my losses, and my group overall prints a lot of money. But there's still going to be some things that are going to go wrong from time to time, and you need to be fully accountable for the mistakes that you do in the meme coin space. Take everything with a silver lining. You learn something. You either win or learn something. You never lose. It comes to the mindset, but it also comes to the effort that you need to put in. Do your damn research. Understand what a cabal is. Understand what a cult is. And understand what the supply distribution means. Understand the wallets. You just go to Dex Screener. You can see the holders of the project. You can see if those people are actually selling the bags. On BullX, you can even see if the dev bought or sold this bag. Those are very important things to know. Go into the Telegram group, see what the vibe is, see if the people are raiding, contribute to raids yourself. If you don't do nothing, you're perhaps just gonna stay still or lose money. You need to do your own research, educate yourself. There's plenty of material on the internet. I have plenty of free videos on my YouTube channel that you can check it out, and they're gonna help you tremendously into doing this. You need to understand all of this and be aware of the risks. 5 is, I'm just gonna keep it extremely short for this point, but it's just having unrealistic expectation, because people, you know, sometimes I'm guilty of this myself. Like if you see all these thumbnails, 100x, 150x, and honestly, I do this because I need to compete with the YouTube algorithm or with all these other influencers that just do outrageously weird thumbnails that are gonna drive people attention. This is also why you click on my videos in the first place, perhaps. But I am always going to be real, saying what gains I expect out of a project or not. And even if I think in the rare occasions that I think that a project could actually do 100x, because there's always a possibility, we're always open to chances, there is no way that I'm not going to sell when it goes to 2, 3, 4, 5x and take my initial and some of my profits. I'm always down to encourage people to leave moonbags within projects, but you need to be aware of the expectations. And as I was already mentioning before, it is way easier to catch a 2, 3, 4x multiple times a week and just do it, rinse and repeat, accumulate and stack up your money, than just waiting and never taking profits and just chasing the 100x's. I think that unrealistic expectations and also listening to the wrong people is what is really going to be your downfall when it comes to meme coin investing. So manage your expectations, expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Make sure that you're prepared for failure, because things can go wrong and you should never have unrealistic expectations if you want to make it in this industry. Don't just listen to all these influencers that are telling you that projects that are already 1 billion in market cap are going to do 100x. Those things are not going to happen. They're just looking for exit liquidity. The real money is made into those very small caps and into the mid caps that are perhaps between 10 to 100 million dollars. The ones that are already 1 billion and above, they're perhaps going to pump, but unless you're investing 6 figures plus in those trades, even if they do 5, 10x, they're not going to change your life unless you're putting 100 grand or something like that. But people still going to make you believe that those projects are going to do 100x, they're going to go to 100 million, and then as soon as they go 2 or 3x, they're going to dump the entirety of their bags to you, and you're going to become exit liquidity to Jesus wannabes. The number 6 doesn't necessarily apply to everything that I've been talking about today, but it definitely applies to CTOs. What is a CTO? A CTO is a community takeover, meaning that Basically, there's no formal dev. They're just a group of people, and it's all about the culture. There's not a dev wallet. They might have a marketing wallet. It doesn't really matter. The person that deployed the contract, meaning the dev, is no longer part of the project and doesn't have any sort of bags. You need to work for your bags. Don't expect an influencer to pump your bags or a pump to occur just with Jesus coming to earth, because it's not gonna happen. If it's a CTO, it means that it's a community-driven project. And if it's a community-driven project, you need to freaking work for your bags. What does that mean? It means to be on X, raid, go on the Telegram group, try to hype people up, put the sense of community, raid, like the post, help the project organize raids and with the market sentiment, and talk about the project, spread the word. People just expect that everything should be given to them in a silver platter. But if this is a CTO and you're part of the community and you do nothing for your bags, you don't deserve your project to succeed. You deserve that the project goes to zero, because if it's a community project and the community does nothing, the project just doesn't go anywhere. Don't ask when, work for your bags instead. The number 7 is bad days. Now, everyone has bad days when trading. It happened to me so many times that I lost 2 or 3 trades in a row. You know what the recipe for that is? Go out, touch grass, and forget about trading for a minute. If you just keep making mistakes, you're gonna get in a very emotional state that is gonna make you act emotional while trading. You're gonna lose every single trade, even the ones that you would do very well into normal conditions. So my rule is that if I lose 3 trades in a row, I absolutely don't trade anymore for a day. I go on with my life. I have a life outside of crypto, obviously, and I just go out and do other things. Maybe I go read a book, I go for a walk, play some sports, whatever, go to the gym. I just don't trade crypto if I keep losing. Tomorrow, I'm going to come back with another mindset and I'm going to start a day fresh without all of this emotional attachment that I have to crypto meme coin trading. Honestly, this is so important. I think that the 3 trade rule is one of the best models that I go by with meme coin trading. And trust me, I still have those days. Sometimes it happens, it's inevitable, but I just know how to manage my risk and how to manage the behaviors that I put into trading from there. Revenge trading is not a thing. It should never be a thing. You took a hit, accept it, be stoic, move on to the next thing. And the point 8 is extremely related to this, and you gave up. You're unable to take anymore. Let's say that after those 3 trades, your portfolio is wrecked. If you just give up, it's done. You're finished. What you gotta do is just take it as a lesson and move on after understanding all of this. There's people, I know people, it hasn't really happened to me, but I know people that have had their portfolio in meme coins just go down 99% and then go out at a 10x of what their portfolio used to be before. It's not a miracle success story. It's just another day in crypto. It's not a fairy tale, but even if you lost almost everything, there is always a light of hope. There is always a chance for comeback in meme coins. There's never a moment in which you're gonna be like, oh, I lost everything, I'm fucked. Unless you quit for real and you don't open your bull X again and you don't buy any more Solana shitcoins, then it's not over. You're still probably gonna have at least $10 into your crypto portfolio worth of Solana that you can invest into the next thing, and then you can do 2, 3x's, and then you compound them, you compound it over and over again. You're gonna end up as a winner. However, if you don't show up the next day, you're never gonna win and you're And the number 9, I don't want to promote too much in this video, but it's just you're alone and you don't know where to start. And honestly, I've made so many of these mistakes, all of these 8 previous mistakes, I've done them myself and I've learned lessons the hard way. I had money, then I lost money and gained experience. And then with the experience that I had, I made money and I made all that I had plenty more times over, and I actually became a crypto millionaire that way. It wasn't the other way around. I need to have knowledge, and if you are alone, the knowledge is not really come to you. Obviously, there's a lot of good information that you can find online, but there's also plenty more bad information that you can find online. So I would highly encourage all of you to join some kind of mentorship, join a private group. It doesn't even have to be mine. Obviously, I think that I have one of the best ones in the sphere. We've been printing insane amount of money in my private group. So I would love to see you there because I've made all of these mistakes so you don't have to do them yourself. If you're gonna be a small fish in the sea, the shark sharks are gonna eat you alive over and over, and you're probably not even gonna have a chance to fully develop. So all you gotta do is really join a group of like-minded people looking to learn, and with a lot of mentors within the community. In my community, it's not just me, it's also a group of other gem hunters and meme coin experts that are gonna help you navigate with the calls. You're still gonna have to do a lot of research because you're gonna be the only person accountable for your wins and losses, not us, but it's gonna be a much easier spot to actually prime and develop as an investor. And you're gonna thank me later. You can see, I mean, I'm not the person saying this, it's all of you just talking about all the wins that we've generated. You can check it out into the testimonials page on my website. You say it, not me. I've helped hundreds, if not thousands of people at this point build generational wealth or be on the path to generational wealth with crypto. Meme coins have played a very big role. And this was seriously me, by the way. After all these mistakes that I've made, I've turned 5 Solana into 1,000 Solana. It's documented into this video that is also linked on my website. So I would encourage you to join my private group. I'm going to raise prices very soon because obviously I want to keep up very exclusive numbers for people that really are looking to change their financial life through trading meme coins, and also utility project and a variety of other benefits that we're going to be able to find into my private group. I thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. If I missed anything, if you learned something, just means the world. So put it down in the comments so that, you know, we're going to be able to help as many people as possible. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.